Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगन रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सगगन ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita. We finished 43 slokas in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Viswarupa. So in this chapter, now Arjuna is actually again talking to Krishna. In this chapter, first Arjuna spoke, then Krishna, then again Arjuna, then Krishna, then again Arjuna is talking to Krishna. After seeing Krishna's universal form Viswarupa, Arjuna is telling Krishna that I offer you my obeisances thousands and thousands of times. I offer you my obeisances from the behind, from the front, from the behind, from all directions, from all sides. So you please forgive me for all my offenses, thinking you as my friend. So I have called you, I have rashly addressed you as Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Saketi, like that. And either out of love or due to my madness, due to my foolishness or ignorance or due to love, I have called you like that. I have also dishonored you many times, either alone or in front of others, or when we were free and when we were sitting on the same seat, or when we were eating together and we were playing together. So during all these times, many times I have used unkind words towards you, thinking you as my friend. Tat kshamaye tvam. You please forgive me for all those things. That's what Arjuna is asking Krishna after seeing the universal form. So what we understand from this, the universal form Krishna, Viswarupa, and he is the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. He also has a beautiful form, very, very beautiful form, by which millions of cupids, Kantharvas, are attracted to Krishna's very, very beautiful Syamasundara form. So that Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, was sitting with Arjuna together, and he was eating with Arjuna, and he was letting Arjuna to call him whatever way he wanted, and he was letting Arjuna to even use unkind words towards him, thinking as his friend. So all those things he was allowing him to do. The supreme personality of God is Sri Krishna. So this is what we need to understand. So Krishna loves us so much. Krishna wants to be with us. Krishna wants us to be with him. He wants us to be freed from this material bondage, to get out of this material veil and go to Him. He's teaching in Bhagavad Gita repeatedly. Krishna is calling us, asking us, come here, come here, come to me, come to me. Like that, come to my place, come with me, come with me, come to my place. So that's what Krishna is repeatedly asking in Bhagavad Gita. And He is with us. And He played with Arjuna. He was a child to Mother Yasoda. He was a baby. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is loving us so much. We need to understand. So that's why He came, even though there is nothing binding Him to come, even though there is no work for Him to do, there is nothing forcing Him to do, but still He came here. Still He is coming here. Millennium after millennium, Krishna is coming again and again. Because He wants us to free ourselves from this material bondage. He wants us to not struggle and suffer in this material world. That's why Krishna is giving this Bhagavad Gita knowledge to us. He has already given this knowledge to us, and now it is there for us. We are fortunate that we are making use of this knowledge. We are studying every day. At least we are able to dedicate this time to study Bhagavad Gita. So that way we are able to make continuous progress. In this effort, we will never fail. When we want to study Bhagavad Gita fully, Krishna arranges. Krishna plans for us. This is Krishna's plan. This is Krishna's perfect plan that we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day. So now we have to make use of this arrangement. That's what is very important. So that means we should study all the slokas like what we are doing now, and we should revise the slokas what we have already studied, and we should know in all the chapters, in all the slokas what Krishna is saying. We should know. So that means we need to study this Bhagavad Gita as a textbook, as a subject. So definitely all of us went to school. When we went to school, when the exam comes, when the annual exam comes, we all were under stress. We were studying, we were working hard, we were studying very hard to get good grades, to pass, all such things. So like that, we need to study this Bhagavad Gita. This Bhagavad Gita, all the slokas, all the chapters. So what Krishna is saying, what Krishna is asking us to do, what we should do and what we should not do, all these things, we should understand very, very well. We should do everything as karma. We should do everything as yajna. So karma, that is we are acting, we are doing our duty. And the duty, that karma has to be done as an offering unto Krishna. So that's what is called yajna. So yajnartat, only for yajna only for the yajnartat, only for the purpose of yajna, we have to do all these activities. We need to offer everything unto Krishna. We need to surrender everything unto Krishna out of love and devotion. There is nothing in this world which we can keep for ourselves alone. We ourselves, we belong to Krishna. We need to understand. This body also, when Krishna is staying in this body belongs to Krishna actually. We just cannot claim that I am this body. We all the time we think that I am this body, I am the doer, I can do it, all those things. Well, here two persons are there, ourselves and Krishna. And Krishna is there in this body. So that way, Krishna owns everything. And Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the knower of everything. He is the source of everything. So He should be known. We should understand. Vetasi Vedyam. Vetasi Vedyam. He is the knower and He is to be known. So He is the Parandama. He is the Supreme Abode. He is Paramnidhanam. He is the Supreme Refuge. So He is the Jagannivasa. He is the refuge of this universe. So He is the Deva Deva. So He is the Lord of the Lords, Devesha. So He is the Parameshwara, Yogeshwara, Maheshwara, Purushottama. So Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is actually loving us so much that He is arranging this class every day. we are able to study this Bhagavad Gita and we are able to make progress and we understand, we enjoy. The very important point is that we enjoy this studying Bhagavad Gita every day. Because when we are listening to Krishna, Krishna is giving us the knowledge brings us happiness. Because knowledge only can bring us happiness by realizing, by knowing about ourselves, by knowing about everything in this world, by knowing about our future, everything. So that way we are coming to light. We are knowing everything. So this brings us so much happiness in our life. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we are getting this knowledge every day. So Krishna is saying that in Bhagavad Gita, you perform everything as yajna only. So sarvepyete yajna vido, yajna kshapita kalmashaga, yajna sishtamrita bhujo, yanti brahma sanat. Evam bahuvida yajnaga vidataga brahmano mukhe, karmajan vidditan sarvan, evam jnatva vimokshashe. So if you understand about all these yajnas which are produced from the karma, which are prescribed in Vedas. So that's what evam bahuvida yajnaga vitataga brahmano mukhe karmajan vidditan sarvan. So if you just understand all of them, evam jnatva vimokshashe. Just by knowing this, we will be freed. Vimokshashe. Just by evam jnatva vimokshashe. Just by knowing this, we will be freed. We will be liberated. So just by knowing this Bhagavad Gita knowledge itself, we will be liberated. Because by knowing this knowledge, we are not going to sit idle. We know that when we are in danger, we will try to escape from the danger. We won't sit idle and get ourselves become a victim. So with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, we understand that this material world, everywhere it is full of danger only. It's full of problems. So everywhere, whatever we do, it's going to bring us only problems. Problems after problems only. One problem we solve, there will be 10 problems. But unfortunately, we think in this material world, just by solving one problem, then we will not have any other problems. So, but we will get 10 problems. Then we think that, okay, it's only 10 problems I will solve, then we'll get 100 problems. So we cannot solve any problems in this world. We cannot ourselves escape from this suffering, just ourselves trying to solve all the problems. Just by doing only one thing. Our only problem is that we are not realizing that Krishna is the Supreme God. Forgetfulness of Krishna is the only reason we are struggling and suffering in this material world. So if you are able to remember Krishna all the time, if you don't forget Krishna at all, if you are able to remember Krishna all the time, then we will not have any problems. Then all our problems are solved by Krishna. That's what is very important. We can leave all the problems for Krishna to solve. So we don't have to struggle. We don't have to really work hard. We don't have to suffer in this world. We just leave everything to Krishna. He will take care of everything. As a friend, as Krishna took care of Arjuna very well. So like that, Krishna takes care of all of us. He can do anything. Whatever he wants, he can take care. He can do it. So we should let Krishna to help us, let Krishna to save us just by remembering him all the time, just by being in contact with him. That is the main thing. If you want to take his help, we need to tell him. We need to be connected with him. So then only we will be able to get help from Krishna. So that is only possible by studying this Bhagavad Gita every day. Understanding this Bhagavad Gita, spreading this message, and making many, many devotees, and becoming ourselves experts of this Bhagavad Gita, understanding all the slokas in this Bhagavad Gita, and knowing everything very scientifically. This Bhagavad Gita is a science. It is a perfect science. This body is simply a machine. In this material world, everything is machine. Everything are machines. Everything is acting as per the laws. There are different laws, the Newton's laws of motion and even Newton's law of gravitation. So all kinds of laws are there. So Even if we want to get into the charge level, electricity level, there are also different laws. The Ohm's law, this law. There are everything is Krishna's laws. That's what we need to understand. So, but we should not be coming under the law of karma. The law of karma is actually when we are attached to the results, we will be bound to this material world. So that is what is the law of karma. If you are not attached to the results, we are freed from this material bondage. If you are attached to the results, then we will be bound to this material world. So that is the law of karma. So each and every action has got an equal and similar reaction. But serving Krishna nullifies all the reactions. Offering the results unto Krishna frees us from all the reactions. It burns all the reactions into ashes. Jnanagni tagda karmanam bhasmasat kurute tata. So this fire of knowledge, this Bhagavad Gita, the fire of knowledge, Jnanagni tagda karmanam, it burns all the reactions into ashes. So that way, by getting this knowledge, this fire of knowledge, this lamp of knowledge, we are able to do things in the right way, not getting ourselves bound. So that's what we need to do. We need to protect ourselves. So this Kama and Krodha, they are very highly infectious. They are highly like a virus, coronavirus. So like that, this Kama and Krodha, they are very highly infectious. These three modes of material nature are very, very highly infectious. So, and there too, the mode of passion and ignorance is very, very high. The infection rate is very high. So, we need to protect. We need to protect ourselves. So, we need to vaccinate only by studying this Bhagavad Gita, only by the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So, the knowledge only can protect us, can purify ourselves from all such infectious contaminations. And they are our enemy. They'll just kill us. They just make us to struggle and suffer. Our mind will not be under our control. If we forget Krishna, if we don't have the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, if we are attached to the material sense objects, then we will lose our mind. Then our mind will not be with us. Then our mind will not be our friend. So that means we are going to struggle only in this material world for sure. There is no doubt. So that's why it's very important that we need to take this opportunity very seriously and study Bhagavad Gita. That's what is very important. If we study Bhagavad Gita and get this knowledge, so then we know how to control our mind, how to make our mind as our best friend, and how to focus our mind on Krishna, and how to connect ourselves with Krishna. So all such knowledge is very, very clearly explained in Bhagavad Gita. Everything is very clear, straightforward. We just have to know all these slokas in this Bhagavad Gita. What Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. It's only 700 verses total. Not at all, like it's not many, not that many at all. It's very few. So in our lifetime, we should know all these slokas very well. We should understand what Krishna is telling us very well. So that's what we are studying and understanding every day here in our Bhagavad Gita class. So now we are in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. We finished 43 slokas. In the sloka number 43, Arjuna told Krishna that you are the worshipable. Pitasi lokasya characharasya tvamasya pujascha guru gariyan natvat samosti abhyatikaga kuthonyo lokatrayepi apratima prabhava. You are the Pita, Pitasi, you are the Pita Lokasya, you are the Pita, you are the father for this entire universe. Everywhere, you are the Pitasi Lokasya. So Krishna himself said that I am Pitakamasya Jagato. So here Pitasi Lokasya, Characharasya, both moving and non-moving, for everything you are the Pita, you are the father. Tvamasya Pujyascha Guru Gariyam. So you are the worshipable Supreme Personality of God. You are the Guru. So you are the very, very glorious. So Guru Gariyan. Natvat Samosti. there is no one who is equal to you or above you. Natvat samosti abhyatikaha kuthonyo lokatraye. Who else can be in these three worlds who can be above you? So Krishna is above all. That's what we need to understand. It's a very important science, very, very important fact. We need to understand it. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. We should not forget that at any point of time. There should not be any confusion. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge gives us that understanding very, very well. We will not be confused at all. Krishna is the Supreme Person. So, Lokatrayapi apratima prabhava. You are immeasurable power. So now we are studying the next sloka, sloka number 44. Krishna is teaching us that. Arjuna is telling continuously. Arjuna is again telling to Krishna that Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam prasadaye tvam agamishamidyam piteva putrasya sakeva sakyuhu priya priyayargasi deva sodum. Tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam prasadaye tvam aham isham idyam. O Krishna, therefore, tasmat, I surrender unto you completely. I fall under your feet with my whole body. So that's what tasmat pranamya pranidaya kayam. So I worship you. So pranamya, I offer my obeisances unto you. And I beg you to shower your mercy. Prasadaye tvam aham isham idyam. Oh, you are the most worshipable. You are the Supreme Personality of God, and you are the Supreme Lord. So you are worshipable. So I worship you. I offer my obeisances unto you, and I beg your mercy. You please show your mercy upon me. Like Piteva Putrasya, like a father forgives all the offenses done by the son. So Piteva Putrasya. Sakeva Sakyu, like a friend forgets. A friend forgives all the offenses by another friend, a good friend. So, Sakeva Sakyugu, Priyaha Priyayargasi, Priyaga Priyayargasi, like a lover who forgives, like for example, a father forgives, a husband forgives the offenses by the wife, or the wife forgives the offenses by the husband. So like that, you please, Deva Sodum, you please tolerate. You please forgive me. You please forgive me for all my offenses I have done to you. So that's what Arjuna is doing. See, this is very important thing. Because when Arjuna didn't realize that Krishna is the Supreme Lord earlier, so as considering him as a friend, Arjuna many times dishonored Krishna. There is no doubt. But Krishna knows he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but he wanted to be with us. So that way, Krishna didn't really take that as a big thing. But Arjuna, after seeing the universal form, he's asking Krishna that you please forgive me for all my offenses, like that. So that way, we are committing a lot of offenses in this world. Because of our attachment to the material sense objects, we are forced to act very much, we are forced to suffer, and we need to just take shelter into this Bhagavad Gita and surrender unto Krishna and study this Bhagavad Gita and spread this Bhagavad Gita. So that's what we need to do. Then we don't have to worry about anything. Everything rest is taken care by Krishna. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished sloka number 44 in the 11th chapter. Hare Krishna, I will stop now and we'll discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna to all the